Okay, live reading of a client. So I need to make sure first that my heart is open. I need to make sure that my third eye is open. I need to feel somehow that I'm not drained energetically. I'm in a good mood. Physically also, I ate, not too much. Otherwise I would be a bit lazy. I want to take a nap, right? And I need to make sure that I drink a lot of water. So I always have a full glass of water. I almost drink a full glass every reading. And I take a nice breath, bring my attention to my heart. I feel it now. I'm well connected. So I'm starting a reading that I didn't check anything yet. The client just sent me a photo. I can feel through my intuition, just by seeing the photo, seeing the eyes, I can feel also like the aura. This person has a lot of light. I can tell she's in the love and above, right? Courage and above is obvious to me. I saw so many cases. The eyes are very clear. The white of the eyes are very clear. First thing I do is I scan the heart, because it's the heart that expands the energy field. It's the heart that allows us to reach a higher level of consciousness. So I ask the heart percentage, because I know the heart percentage is going to give me where she is on the map. So I usually start by, is she over 10%? I'm having a no. Below 10%? Yes. Below 5? No. Over 5? Yes. Is it 5, 6, 7? I'm having a yes at 7. Is it 8? No. So I have a 7. And when I start doing like the numbers like that, I can start seeing like the little difference at the, I can even say like 7.5. There's gonna be like a little release towards a no, and then the 8 is gonna be a full no, you know? So she's at 7, 7.5 or something like that. I know from experience, what does that mean? 7, 8% heart openness. It's the end of courage consciousness. When we're still dealing with resistance to fully break the heart wall. We're about to break it. And what I'm scanning is her baseline. That means that she's always moving back and forth, up and down, around this baseline of 7, 8% of heart openness, dealing with that resistance of fully breaking, ripping apart this heart wall to hit 10%, which is the first heart layer, where we start feeling swollen sensation, pain, and we need to start tapping right in the middle of the chest, massaging clockwise, left side, doing those exercises of heart openness, the qigong. Okay, so at 7, 8%, I know it's the end of courage, so I can double check, is she over 200? Yes. Over 230? Yes. Over 240? I have a no. If she's at 240, 240, yes. Okay, and then I can double check with her heart energy field expansion. Is her energy field is over 4 feet in front? Yes. 5 feet in front? Yes. Over 6? No. Is it at 6? Yes. Okay, and I know that 6 is the end of courage. And then I can double check her heart center. Her heart is at 210, 220, 230, 240, 240, same. And is it the heart in the front, the feminine side? Feminine side, is it over 200? Yes. 220, 230, 240. Her feminine heart is at 240, so it's the feminine heart that is boosting her baseline of the heart. And the back of the heart is at 200, 210, 210. You see there's a bit of weakness there in the masculine. So it started giving me some insight there. It's a woman, usually, you know, it's always like the fight of polarity. Women are dealing more with the opposite, right? Like the trauma of the dad and vice versa. For men, it's not always the case, for sure. We have trauma from both person, but usually it's the game. And then after doing this, I start scanning from the bottom, so the root. Already now I feel it, I need to drink a bit of water, okay? So our root over 200, 240, that's our baseline, that's good. Our sacral to 200, 220, 230, 240, it's at the baseline at 240. I can confirm, is the sacral, is that at the baseline? Yes, okay. The solar plexus is at the baseline, I'm having a no. Is it over 200? Yes. Over 210? No. Is that 200? So solar plexus is at 200. So our weakness in the solar plexus. So it's very important to analyze the 3 lower chakra, the survival chakra. And so now what she needs to do is to work on her solar plexus to boost the heart chakra, to give support to the heart chakra, to fully break that heart wall towards neutrality. Okay? Because her solar plexus is very weak. It's almost unbalanced, almost underactive. Below 200 would be underactive in the fear. It's at borderline now, 200. Okay, let's continue. Our throat is at 200 also. Is it following the baseline? No. Over 200? No. 200, yes. And I see this pattern a lot. People that are disconnected with their self-esteem are also having struggle expressing themselves, right? So the blue works with the yellow. It's really like once we're strong here in believing of who we are, our identity, our strength, our uniqueness, our offering in this physical reality, then we're able to express it, right? We believe more in ourselves, so we express more. And as I'm speaking this, I can feel in the throat, you know. It's a combination of, yes, it's my own throat, but everything is a reflection of the client. And that's what happens when you start scanning others. You get triggered all the time. You get mirrored all the time. The universe is sending you the perfect client for exactly what you need to work on, right? And I can feel, I just want to extend my throat up, like it's right here, like there's some kind of like tense, ticklish sensation trying to move. The energy is trying to move. I feel it, okay? So it's hers, but it's also mine. Let's continue. Third eye, is following the baseline. I have a kind of a ish yes, so I'm guessing it's at 230, okay? And I could feel it, you know, and the ish yes is it at the baseline of 240. Crown, is it baseline? I have a clear no. Is it over 200? Yes. Or you see, okay, the crown is at 200, right? And I'm seeing a pattern here. Solar plexus, throat, and crown are the three masculine chakras, right? The root, sacral, and third eye, feminine chakras. And the heart is everything. It's the merge of everything, right? So we have 3 and 3. Dominant with those energy, because each chakra also have their feminine and masculine. So we can see here the weaknesses towards our masculine already. We didn't even start scanning this, but I can feel it, right? Solar plexus, throat, and crown. Usually when we're disconnected from the crown as a baseline, but we're still a spiritual person, and I can feel she's a spiritual person. I can feel she did a lot of work on herself. Like this reading probably not gonna give her like the breakthrough that she was looking for to really like in the next 2-3 weeks, expand to that new reality of neutrality consciousness. Well, when we're a spiritual person and the crown is still disconnected, well, it means that there's some kind of like betrayal there around the divine masculine in cases of women. And I'm sure I'm going to find this emotion. Okay, I'm going to take the time here to just note everything that I found. Drink some water. Okay, let's scan our feminine and masculine energy now. So is our masculine energy is dominant? I have a no. Is it over 50%? I have a no, confirming if it's dominant. So the masculine energy is recessive? Yes. Is it below 50? Yes. Is it below 49? Yes. 48? Yes. 47? Yes. 46? I have a no. So is it at 46? Yes. Meaning that our feminine energy would be dominant feminine energy, yes, and then it would be like 54%. I have a yes, okay. For our chakra, I could have gone through scanning the front and the back, the feminine and the masculine, and that would give me information towards our feminine masculine energy also. I'm not going to do this now as I'm trying to keep my energy to finish this reading. I'm going to go towards our 5G organ first as it's easier, and then do our emotion after that, which is the hardest because we're scanning negative vibration below 200. And when I do so, I really get drained. And I start feeling in the third eye vibration start going towards 200. And when it hits 200, I can feel it. And if I go below, I'm going to have a headache for at least an hour or two. So now I'm going to go with the 5G organs. Organs per organ is the spleen. Over 200, I have a no. Is it at 190? Yes. And the spleen is linked to the solar plexus. Our solar plexus is weak. That makes sense, right? Liver, is it over 200? I have a no. Is at 190? Yes. Makes sense also, solar plexus, right? What about the kidneys? Right kidney over 200. I have a no. Is it at 190? Yes. And left kidney over 200? Yes. 200, 210. 210 left kidney. And then left lung, I have 200 over, is that 200? Right lung, 200 over, no. So both lungs are at 200, I can confirm both lung 200, yes or no. Both lung 200, yes. And then our physical heart, is it over 200? I have a no, is that 200? Yes, 200, okay. So I'm gonna note this down. Okay, so I have our spleen and liver underactive, organs and solar plexus, confirming the solar plexus weak. I have the right kidney in the area of the sacral being underactive, so confirming again like emotion linked to that. The sacral is very hard to balance for women, as women are more connected to the trapped energy field of emotion, the pain body. Men are more connected to the hamster wheel, the mind, and the sacral is the main emotional center. After this, I have the lungs and heart, they're all at 200, so they're balanced, but there's room of improvement. So if she's able to release those tension in those organs, those trapped emotions, this is going to help opening the heart to neutrality. And I can confirm here her body frequency. Is it over 200? Yes. 210, 220, 220. It can go up to 250. 220 is good. And our skin, is it over 200, 210, 210, that's good. So the skin is our barrier between the inner world to outer world. That's how we express our need, boundaries, feelings. Okay? All this is beautiful. Okay, let's do the emotion now. I'm gonna try to do 10 emotion, and I feel already I'm gonna have to take a break after that. I start feeling a bit lightheaded. So I'm gonna go finish the reading later on asking what's her soul journey, which archetype should be working on. I'm gonna also confirm the chakra with the feminine, masculine in front. It's gonna be a little tweaking here and there to finalize the reading. And then I'm sending the whole template to the client and sending a 10-minute voice explaining everything. So let's do the emotion. So I'm starting with the heart chakra. It's always the most important one. So I'm on the emotional code chart here. I have it on my phone. So emotion in the heart. Is it column A? Yes. Column A, row 1. No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a column A, row 6. Okay. Humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, overwhelm. So I have overwhelm coming up as the first emotion. And then I'm confirming, is it overwhelm? Yes. Is it linked to dad? Yes. Is it linked to over 5 years old? No. Below 5 years old. Okay. At 5 years old, usually it's like a pattern of emotion that is coming up in the life of the person. It's when we start being empathic to our parents. I can confirm, is it her emotion or the emotion of dad that she was empathic to? So is it her emotion? I have a no. Empathic to, yes. Overwhelm makes sense. Overwhelm is more like an emotion of an adult. So that's the first emotion here. Let's do second one. Column A, row 1. Yes and yes. And then I have abandonment, betrayal, forlorn, love ownership. I have love ownership. And then I could hear it, you know, like sometimes like the heart knows before it would happen physically. So if I really am tapped in, I connect to my intuitions, a sense of knowing, I could feel it. So let's think to that. Again, we're going to have like 5 years old. Okay. And then I feel already it's like gonna be next one, gonna be row 1, 2. And then I have failure, helplessness, hopelessness. It's helplessness linked to dad, 5 years old. Okay, I'm gonna take a break now, writing this down. Okay, I have my first 3 emotions in the heart. Overwhelm, love unreceived, helplessness. Let's continue. In the heart, column A, no. Column B, yes. Column B, row 1, 2, 3, 4. And then depression, frustration in the heart, links to dad, yes. And then 5, yes. Okay, next one, column A, column B again, column B, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 again. Depression, I have panic in the heart. That's a harsh one. Panic in the heart, linked to dad. And then 5 is below, over 5. Okay. What else? Colon A, and B, no. Okay, colon A, or 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the heart. What's affecting? I have bitterness linked to dad, around 5, below, over 5, 6, 7. I have 7. So I'm gonna note this down. Okay, I could find more in the heart. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna move solar plexus. I feel that I need to wrap up here as I'm going lower in my frequencies. So solar plexus, we always have bitterness, because bitterness, we know it's an emotion of fire linked to the solar plexus. It is having a domino effect on our heart. Let's see if we have something else in the solar plexus. Colon A, no. Colon B, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have depression. Mom, no. Dad, and then dad, 5. Okay. Depression is like, yes, very solar plexus, sense of identity, self-esteem. Another one is solar plexus. Colon B, 1, 2. Failure is always linked to depression. Not always, but like highly related, right? When we feel like we fail a big projects, we feel like a failure, then it can have a domino effect to depression. So it makes sense. Failure, dad, 5. Okay. Something else, solar plexus, A, no. B, we're going down 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and then 4. Take it for granted. That's very interesting. Also connecting to this pattern of failure depression. I'm gonna note this down. Okay, is there something else in the solar plexus? Something in the solar plexus right now. I have a no. Colon A, no. Colon B, no. Okay. Let's ask for the crown. So I'm asking her 3 weakest chakra first, right? I forgot the throat. So I'm gonna ask for the throat. Throat, colon A. It's always humiliation. Humiliation, yes. Dad, 5. Yes. Okay, it's always that. And then colon A, no. Colon B, is there something else? The throat. And then I heard it already in my head. Insecurity. Colon B, row 1. Insecurity, yes. Dad, hey, it's a no. So insecurity, mom, yes. And then below 5, over 5. I feel 4 years old. Interesting. Okay, let's see, is there something else in the throat? Colon A, no. Colon B, is there something else? I have a no. Okay, let's go with the crown. I heard it already. Betrayal, dad. As I said at the beginning. Is there something else? No. Colon A, colon B, no. Okay, let's double check with the root if there's anything in the root. Colon A, colon B, anything in the root? No to release right now. I have a no. In the sacral, yes, I feel it. Colon B, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the sacral, is it frustration? The frustration linked to mom and dad, we saw it already in the heart. So the frustration, I'm gonna note this down. Okay, I think we found enough emotion for now for the person. If we give too much, then it's too hard to process. They really need to go to the depth of each emotion and understand, read about it, watch some TED Talks about it, and then try to integrate this in their day-to-day, how and when they live those emotions. I can confirm also with different things here. What I like to do is to confirm with the organs. So for example, what is the emotion, the main emotion affecting the right kidney, right? We saw the right kidney was underactive. So right kidney, I have something else coming up. I have dread linked to dad at 5, okay? And this is linked to the sacral, dread, okay, good. Main emotion affecting your liver. It's gonna be the bitterness we saw earlier, okay, yes. And then main emotion affecting your spleen. I think that's gonna be a new one. Colon B, well, 1, 2, spleen. It's the helplessness that we saw earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and then just mark those emotions and saying that they are the main one affecting the organs. Okay, beautiful. So we have 14 emotion. I think that's good. It's enough. I still have a little bit of energy. I think I'm gonna go right away and double check our feminine masculine of each chakra. So our sacral was following our baseline at 240. Is it in front, the 240? Yes. And the back is at 200. Our solar plexus was at 200. Is it in the front? It is close at 190 and the back at 200. We did our heart already, 240 in the front, 210 in the back. Our throat in the front is at 190. So I asked, is it over 200? No. Below, yes. 190, yes. And then in the back, her throat is at 200. Yes. Her third eye in the front is at 230. Yes. In the back, 220, 230. Is it both at 230? And then I confirm yes. And that's it. Okay, so my advice for this client is going to be to do 21 days on the heart chakra. So releasing all the emotion first in the next 2-3 days, and then doing 21 days container to shift the subconscious mind on living out of neutrality. To make a new consciousness our baseline, we need to live it at least 10 to 15 times. So in those 21 days, it's going to help her. While she do this, she's going to work with her solar plexus because she's going to have discipline towards those homework. She's going to start believing in herself more and more with the confirmation of this reading. So this is going to have a domino effect on her solar plexus. And then I'm going to give her another 21 days on solar plexus and throat together. The crown should be good as she released the betrayal and she works on the heart chakra for 21 days. Because the main practice I give for the heart chakra is this unconscious love meditation where we absorb the white light from above and the red light from below. We merge both into the heart, into pink unconscious love energy. So we connect with the crown during that meditation. So it's going to help her balance it in the 21 days. And it's going to strengthen her third eye also as she visualizes those energies. So this was a beautiful reading of a client. Thank you.